So I have the live stream audio. If you could just see if I just close the car. The scissors are in a case. I'll get them right there. I've seen some piece I've got that down for that time. Somebody has it,
Barbara?
Yes, sir.
I'd rather have face-to-face. I'm going to sit behind the speakers. Okay? Oh, thank you. That's snazzy. Thank you. My wife dresses me, so I got to get that. Hey, that's a good thing. It is.
No hard
There you go.
She presents you to the world in the way that she feels makes you look best.
Yes, and apparently it's working.
So far, so good, man. I'm gonna have to hire you.
Hey, good to see you. Where's the chamber?
We
met, that's right. Good to have you here. Thanks for coming down.
I'm just wondering how maybe
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be starting in 5 minutes. This is your 5-minute warning.
That's why you're so good at this. You're good at just doing it.
That was painful. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start in 5 minutes.
You could hear? Well, that was fun. Very simple. Hi. Wait. Hold on. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Wait, let me point on that. Currently have lots of rights. Yeah, so. Yeah, I'll try to get it up to you.
You were saying?
Just not in here. Go to Vivian. I've got this is for the live stream. I'm going to give it to Rabbi. Behind there is in a case the scissors. It's so sharp I didn't want to undo it yet. And that's just so that you know that. And you're back. Yeah. Yes.
Stepping off this and doing the ribbon cutting.
When it's all done, the rabbi.
I got no one to take this thing off. Otherwise, they're telling me I should take this off.
So when the bear starts speaking, you pull it off. Okay. And now turn around and wave for something. Just wave at the camera. That's Rhonda. She's watching. Okay, Rhonda.
Got it.
Let's tell her. David and I waved to you. I know. Okay. Are the phones ringing from making appointments? Are people calling for appointments after the story we had in the paper, in the TV last night? Oh, they booked the. Oh, they booked the. That's true. I should probably call it that.
Yes, we got you back.
Okay. Are we stepping down?
Okay, why don't we take our seats? And the phone Rogers is not here yet.
Harper, you got the update?
Yeah.
Well, just that screen is on speaker. You
Yes.
know that?
We got that. It's not here yet. We know that. And we haven't seen from Ivan phone Rogers. The city council meeting. We have.
So when I get up there, just cue me in on how long you want me to speak based on how we're doing the schedule.
Well, now that Dr. Amar is, I don't know what that's going to do, but I think we still have the time.
I'm okay either way.
Okay. I'm going to. Good morning. There's still plenty of seats over here to my right if the wonderful students want to take a seat. Welcome. My name is Patricia Salkin. I'm the Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs and the Provost of the Graduate and Professional Divisions of Touro University. What a wonderful day this is. And I want to acknowledge and thank all of our fantastic dental students that are standing to my left, that are above us, looking over in, I guess, the gallery up there. You guys are welcome to come down and join us. But today we're here with students, with faculty, staff, administrators, board members, friends, and supporters to celebrate the official opening. We've already had our soft opening, but to celebrate the official opening of the Touro College of Dental Medicine and the Touro Dental Health Clinic here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Throughout the program today, you're going to meet many of the people who have been responsible for this great endeavor, and you're going to be introduced. Some are going to speak, and you're going to be introduced to others who have joined us for this celebration. So I don't want to steal the thunder from other people, but please keep in mind it takes a village to get here, and everybody on the platform party, plus many people that are here listening in today, and people that are listening on the live stream, not just from New York, but from across the Touro University system, are here cheering us on and a part of it, and we really appreciate that. I'd now like to introduce to you our Executive Vice President, Rabbi Moshe Krupka, who's one of our operational leaders for many reasons, but to me, it's because he's somebody who rolls up his sleeves to make sure that the university, and the university really being the people who make the place, the students, the staff, the faculty, our board, our lay leadership, that we are all supported and valued. Rabbi Krupka.
Thank you, Dr. Salkin. Good morning, and a very warm welcome to everybody who's joined us for this momentous occasion. It really is historic. You only get to be first once. Last night, we were blessed to have a white coat ceremony for our advanced standing students. And this morning, we're going to have the official ribbon cutting. And it's historic, the first dental educational facility here in New Mexico. This ribbon cutting ceremony comes at a most auspicious time. Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, which begins next week, not only marks the Jewish New Year, but it also honors the creation of mankind some 5,700 years ago. It's a time for taking stock of renewed commitment, and in particular, a commitment to progress and growth. The establishment of the Touro University College of Dental Medicine here in Albuquerque embodies these commitments. I'm told New Mexico is known as the land of enchantment, and our presence here in this beautiful country, in this beautiful state, in this beautiful city of Albuquerque speaks to our university's mission of bringing exceptional educational opportunities to areas where they are needed, and to the people who will truly benefit from our experience and our expertise. Touro's Dental College speaks to President Kadish's goal of ensuring our university's position as a national educational institution for excellence in the important medical, dental, and healthcare spaces. Our goal in Albuquerque from day one has been to build a dental school expansion worthy of serving the students and communities of this land of enchantment. As we assemble together, we ask the Almighty to bless all those who have brought us to this moment, many of whom are in this room right now, and all who have joined to celebrate the official ribbon cutting of the Touro University College of Dental Medicine, New Mexico campus. And we ask the Almighty to guide and bless those who have joined this important program, our faculty, our staff, and most of all, our incredible students that surround all of you here in this great lobby that has been constructed to greet our patients when they arrive. Collectively, they have joined together to achieve excellence and impart knowledge. May God grant us the wisdom, the resolve, and fortitude to educate, to inspire, and to lead. And we pledge, each of us individually and as an institution, as we begin the new chapter in a bright new future, to do our utmost to realize our full potential. It's traditional in the Jewish faith to utter a very special blessing on firsts. Baruch shehachayanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, O God, who has given us life and good health and has sustained us to be able to achieve this momentous and historic occasion. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Krupka. It's now really a great privilege to introduce, there are a few people that were here at the very beginning and the story of how Touro University got to Albuquerque, New Mexico. But our next speaker is Dr. Solomon Amar, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute and the Senior Vice President for Research Affairs at Touro University. He's also a dentist, but he's not just a dentist. He really leads, he's a scholar in his own right, an amazing scholar, published hundreds of articles, knows everybody, but he leads and inspires the rest of the faculty and the students at Touro University in our research enterprise. But it was Dr. Amar and our president, who you'll meet soon, who saw the potential of a partnership with the Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute, on whose grounds we sit today. And without him and our president, I'm certain we wouldn't be here today. Dr. Amar.
Thank you, Patty. I just regret that my mother is not in the audience. She would have been extremely proud of me. It's a tremendous pleasure to be here sitting. I'd like to recognize some dignitaries, Jane Delgado, member of the Lovelace board, Bob Rubin, a previous CEO of Lovelace, and Cynthia Schultz, the chairman of LBRI, who was behind the building and the achievement of all what we see today. I can't help myself, and I agree that we cannot be first every time, but when we do something right and well the first time, you have a track record of doing it a second time. Rabbi, I can help myself recognizing, and I heard you, what mankind is created according to the Jewish tradition, is created the day of Rosh Hashanah. But the world is created 6 days prior, which happens to be basically next Thursday. Well, when I looked at what we did the first time in Valhalla, it happened exactly the same way, and I made the connection, And I said, you know what? This is a very ominous that we're going to be successful 10 years ago, 2016. Yeah, basically, on the day where the world was created, it was so ominous that we were successful. And now we do it in encore, and we are going to be successful. So for that, I applaud, and I applaud the president for this prophetic vision, I would say. Alan, this is magnificent to work for you, I have to admit on that. It came together with the president when he asked me to make the trip, middle of COVID, etc. We made the trip and we saw the future of Lovelace. Lovelace has been and continues to be a full partner. I don't know if you made sure that a dentist would be in both in Touro and in Lovelace. It is what it is right now. Lovelace has been extremely instrumental in setting the stage for the dental school. The dental school, in exchange, and I'm not going to hide that, is going to put Lovelace on the map, because as numero uno, we speak Spanish over here, as number one, then in this case, everybody will know about the dental school and everybody will know about Lovelace, and that's very interesting. So we are looking for integration, a true integration between the two institutions into the fabric, and we have already started a great deal of student program that are going to be working in the labs of Lovelace. But most importantly, what I'd like to reach out to the institution, federal government, the state, and so on, is to being able to have, and that's a dream that I had, I have to admit, to create a center for oral health that will continue research in the area of Lovelace, but will use and extend their findings in regard to the dental school. And with this, you will have a true integration into the fabric of promoting and advancing oral health, not only in Albuquerque, not only in New Mexico, for the whole world. With that, I thank everybody, and I cannot name all of you because I'll stay here until after lunch, and you're all hungry probably. So as a result of that, I thank everybody that participated in this tremendous endeavor. And again, enjoy the moment. Carpe diem, we say in Latin. Seize the moment because it's beautiful. I was privileged to be part 10 years ago in 2016, the first one, and I see it again. God gave me the opportunity of standing and witnessing this moment. Thank you, God, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Amar. Now I'd like to introduce to you the Dean of the Touro College of Dental Medicine, Dr. Ronnie Myers. He is truly an amazing leader, and as the Albuquerque community has gotten to know him, I think that you have discovered that he is smart, that he's engaging, that he is passionate about dental education, but equally passionate about his initiative called Touro Cares. And Touro Cares provides access to oral health care for mentally and developmentally challenged individuals. And that's something that we do in New York and something that we feel strongly about in supporting Dean Myers to bring here to Albuquerque as well. Dean Myers.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you very much. My mother would have been proud too. So, joining us today on this most important and momentous occasion are the leadership from Touro College of Dental Medicine, Touro University, and New York Medical College. I would like to recognize those, have to recognize all the students who are here, and obviously all the students and faculty and staff that are in New York and worldwide. So I recognize those too. But those that are were instrumental and are instrumental in bringing this project to fruition. I ask you to hold your applause. It's a little bit of a lengthy list until all are recognized. Dr. David Katz, Vice Dean, and who you will hear from in a few minutes. Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Aaron Jankowski. Assistant Dean for Preclinical Education, Dr. Bert Goldfinger. The Chairman of our Board of Advisors, Dr. Hathan Anabi. Mr. Jeff Rosengarten, Senior Vice President of Operations, Touro University. Mr. Frank Steen, Vice President and Chief Informational Officer, Touro University. Mr. David Zephyrin, Assistant Vice President for Finance and Operations. Ms. Karen Longo, Senior Director for Student Affairs. Ms. Barbara Cram, Director of Marketing and Communications. And Ms. Robin Hershkowitz, Associate Vice Chancellor, Office of Student Mental Health and Wellness. And Zach Zendovic, who does everything. And unfortunately, unable to join us today, but an incredibly important individual in making this clinical facility a reality is Dr. Rhonda Kaufman, Assistant Dean for Clinical Affairs. Let's give them a well-deserved round of applause. This magnificent clinical facility we recognize here today will help address the oral health needs of New Mexico. Establishing the first pre-doctoral dental education program in the state will encourage New Mexico students to obtain their dental education here as opposed to other locations. 2 years ago, there was not one New Mexican applicant to the Touro College of Dental Medicine. This year, in a brief applicant pool, because the applicant pool continues as we speak, we have 15. The data is clear that the dentist to population ratio here in New Mexico is decreasing, and it is also clear that students are more likely to begin their practice where they attend dental school. So it is these two facts that make this a momentous occasion in helping to address the critical oral health care manpower shortage. In creating this clinical facility, educating students in New Mexico, and treating those in need and without access, will begin to address the need by opening a pipeline of oral health care providers to hopefully set down roots in this amazing, amazing state. Today, we also have to recognize what this facility does for those who are uninsured, underinsured, and in need of oral health care due to lack of access. The state of New Mexico, besides having one of the worst dentist to population ratios, has one of the highest percentage of individuals covered by Medicaid and public assistance. As poor as the ratio is, the number of dental providers that accept Medicaid as a form of reimbursement is even smaller, making access for this patient population even more difficult. The opening of Touro Dental Health will provide access to those in need by accepting Medicaid, the underinsured and the uninsured, with significantly lower fees. This 105-chair facility with all dental specialties under one roof, including a facility to provide services for those with intellectual and developmental disabilities, will have the capacity to alleviate the lack of access for those marginalized from oral health care. This is an incredibly exciting day, a day we have worked and planned for over the past 3 years, a day in which we can all be proud, and a day in which the state of New Mexico now has a pre-doctoral dental school in which New Mexicans can be treated and its students can be educated. Thank you. So it's now my pleasure. I would like to introduce Dr. Joseph Parkinson, our Executive Assistant Dean and the Chief Academic Officer here in New Mexico. Dr. Parkinson started his academic career at the University of Missouri, Kansas City School of Dentistry, spending more than 10 years rising through the ranks from assistant professor to associate professor. From 2012 to 2015, Joe served as the assistant dean at the University of Kentucky and then moved on to the University of Tennessee, where he served as the associate dean for clinical affairs. In that role, he was instrumental in developing external sites, bringing care to those underserved for clinical education and clinical operations. We are fortunate to have recruited Dr. Parkinson to help us establish this important clinical site for Touro College of Dental Medicine and New Mexico. Dr. Parkinson.
Thank you, Dr. Myers. It's truly an honor to work with and for you. Today's ribbon cutting is more than opening a building. It's about opening doors to opportunity for education, patient care, and community service. I want to sincerely thank our faculty, staff, and students for their perseverance and resilience during the building, development, and opening of the school. We have an amazing team. I want to particularly thank Dr. Jennifer Oki, Director of Clinical Education, for her contributions. Thank you, Dr. Our faculty provide leadership and mentorship. Our staff ensure that everything runs smoothly, and our students bring the energy and passion to give the clinic its purpose. This facility is where knowledge meets practice. Here, students refine their skills, learn compassion and patient care, and prepare to serve communities with excellence. Every patient encounter will not only improve oral health, but strengthen the trust between our school and the people we serve. We celebrate not just bricks and mortar, but a commitment to leadership, education, and service that will change lives for years to come. This clinic is also a bridge between the classroom and the community. The education that happens here does not stay within these walls. It extends outwards, touching families, neighborhoods, and ultimately improving the oral and overall health of our community. The importance of clinical training cannot be overstated. In this facility, knowledge meets practice. Here, the students will not only refine their technical abilities, but learn the deeper lessons of professionalism, empathy, and service. Every encounter is an opportunity to treat disease, build trust, and change lives. So today, as we cut this ribbon, let's recognize this moment is not an ending, but a beginning of new opportunities for learning, service, and impact. On behalf of the leadership team, I want to thank each and every one of you for your dedication, your perseverance, and your belief in the mission. Together, we will continue to set the standard for excellence in dental education and patient care. Let's celebrate what we've built, and more importantly, what we're about to do together. Thank you. I now have the pleasure of introducing Dr. David Katz, Vice Dean, Touro College of Dental Medicine, and my good friend.
Good morning, everyone. It is a true honor to welcome you all to the ribbon cutting of our newly renovated dental school facility. Looking back, it is remarkable to see how this transformation has unfolded. What began as a construction site filled with dust, hard hats, and endless planning has now become a modern, state-of-the-art learning environment. The space before us is a powerful reminder of what vision, collaboration, and persistence can achieve. This transformation did not happen on its own. I want to take a moment to thank the many teams and partners who made this possible. Our architects and construction crews, our academic and clinical leadership, our Shine dental partners and consultants, who have become along the way my good friends as well, our government and civic representatives, and all those who've contributed their vision, expertise, and hard work along the way. And of course, my partner in creating this dream, Dr. Ronnie Myers, and Dr. Alan Kadish, Dr. Joe Parkinson, and Dr. Jen Oki. Each of you played a vital role in shaping not just a building, but a place where education and innovation will thrive. Because of your dedication, we now have a facility that reflects the excellence of our program and the bright future of our students. As we look ahead, this facility represents more than new walls and technology. It is an investment in our students, providing them with the resources and environment they need to excel as future leaders in dentistry and in our community. It is a commitment to the patients and communities we serve, ensuring the highest quality of care. And it is a promise that we will continue advancing dental education for the years to come. We celebrate not only the completion of a building, but the beginning of the next chapter of our mission. As we cut this ribbon today, let it symbolize not just the opening of a renovated facility, but the opening of new opportunities to our students, our faculty, and our community. Together, we have built more than a school. We have built a future. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Katz. So when I was thinking about the number of dentists that there are in the United States, I started to think, you know, as few dentists that there are and fewer as you get state by state and certainly here, there's also few college and university presidents in the United States. The number is roughly about 5,000. But then when you think about all of those leaders, there's one that stands out in a class of their own. So as a lawyer, I think about, you know, equal protection. I think about the class of one and how there's no comparator for some people. And that's the secret sauce that makes Touro University who we are. It's our visionary leader, the person who takes our mission and sees things that sometimes nobody else sees, and then leads a group of people down a path that makes a difference in changing the lives of our students and our community. I want to introduce to you our president, Dr. Alan Kadish.
Thank you very much, Dr. Salkin. I've been president of Touro for 16 years, and it's been a great honor and pleasure. So let me just take a moment to tell you a little bit about the university. We're about 53 years old. We're currently in 11 cities. Albuquerque, as of now, is our newest. And we have 5,500 undergraduates and then about 7,000 healthcare students in our graduate programs. And our mission is relatively straightforward. It's to provide education to fill gaps where other institutions have not stepped in, and to make sure that we use education as a way to build a better society. That's our overall mission. So now I want to tell you a little bit about how we came to be in Albuquerque, how that fits into our mission, and what we hope to accomplish. So the story actually begins with a gentleman you've heard a little bit about already today, Dr. Robert Rubin. Dr. Rubin was the longtime CEO of the Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute, and realized as he looked at the landscape around the country that standalone, very successful but moderate-sized research institutes not associated with the university would struggle in the future. And so Dr. Rubin engaged a firm to try to find the best partner. The partner assigned to that firm happened to be a friend of mine from Chicago, and that's how I first met Dr. Rubin. Together, he and I created a vision that linking a school and educational institution to a research institute would create opportunities for the community, for the research institute, for science, and most of all, for our students. And that was the way, the plan of Touro coming to the Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute as a partner and building a dental school here came to be. Now, we certainly didn't do it alone. Dr. Jane Delgado, one of the board members of Lovelace, and now continues to work as a board member of Lovelace as part of Touro, was instrumental in supporting our efforts. And many of the people you've heard about today as partners helped us get where we were today. But it was really Dr. Rubin's vision, which we crafted together, that brought this facility into being. He toured it for the first time today and said, wow, it came out okay. And the truth is, it was hard to conceive of what this facility would look like and what it might mean if you saw what it was like when we first came here. But as several have mentioned already, Touro University has a vision, and that vision is that we can make things better. We can make people's lives better, and part of that is having the right physical facilities. And so celebrating this facility opening, which we think, quite honestly and humbly, I won't say anything about myself, but I think this facility is the best physical facility for dental care anywhere. And as you look around, for those of you who haven't seen it, if you take a tour, I think you'll be blown away. We have a great facility in Westchester, but every time you do something, you learn a little bit more for the future. And don't tell anybody back home, but this facility actually is better than the one in Westchester, as good as that is. And so we've created a great physical facility, but we're not in the business of physical facilities, even though we're proud of this. We're in the business of serving the community. And that community we define broadly as being the local community, as being students, as being our faculty and staff and administration. And we believe that what we're building here in Albuquerque with the leadership whom you've met will represent a place of the best quality of dental education, of cutting-edge science, but most of all, an atmosphere where our students learn the most important thing, which is to work together, to support each other, and to make sure that they're personally and professionally successful, but also that they have an obligation, just as we teach all of our students, to make the world a better place and to give back to community. And so we're extraordinarily proud of what we've done here. We're extraordinarily proud of our partnership with the city of Albuquerque, and our mayor has just come by. So welcome and have a seat. And we're very appreciative of the fact that the overwhelming majority of our faculty here were members of the New Mexico Dental Association. They're local practitioners who've come to teach our students. And so we're very happy with that partnership. And we want to continue to work with you in the future to make dental education and dental care in New Mexico the best in the country. So thanks for the cooperation. Thank you for the partnerships. And thank you all for being here today. And most of all, thanks to our students. You guys were pioneers in a way. You know, this is a building that just got built as you arrived, and a practice that's just growing as you've come here. But as we have with everything that we've done, we know that you're going to come out of here as great clinical dentists and great people that'll help to make the world a better place at a difficult time. So thanks for being here. Thanks for experimenting with us. But we can assure you this is not a controlled trial where we don't know what's going to happen. We've done this before, and we're very excited about your future and our future together. Thank you very much, everyone. So on behalf of Touro University, I want to thank the city of Albuquerque for its partnership in making this vision a reality, especially Mayor Tim Keller, whose leadership and support have been instrumental in welcoming us here and helping us build a future that benefits students, families, and the entire community. Mayor, please join us.
Well, good morning, Touro leadership and students and everyone who's been working on this project. And, you know, I have all sorts of just elements of joy when I think about how this has come together. And I want to start, I think, with just a little bit of New Mexico history, because I know we have a lot of awesome sort of students, future dentists here, not from New Mexico, but that's the point, because we have wanted a dental school for decades, you know, and I hope I don't look as old as this sounds, but I've been in public service for 18 years. I was a state senator. And I remember in my first year in the New Mexico State Legislature, there was all this talk about how we need a dental school. And it was like the #1 priority. And that was 18 years ago. And, we never even got close. So fast forward, in that era, I had a chance to do something about it, sort of, as a state senator. I never thought as mayor I could do anything that would actually help us have a dental school. And I had kind of given up on the idea. In fact, I think most of New Mexico had given up on the idea. Like, we all know we still needed it. And we knew magically someday maybe it would happen, but like no one was working on bringing a dental school here. And then sometimes like miracles happen. And I've learned in this job that like when something good happens, even if you didn't really do anything to like start it, it's your job to see it through and make it actually become real. And that's where the city came into play, because the Touro team came out of nowhere for us. They found us. We didn't find them, which is also amazing. That rarely happens. And I remember when I first heard about it being like, what? Like, this can't be real. These people aren't real. And then these students aren't real. This is just another, or it's just another, fly-by-night sort of hack firm that wants, So, I started Googling and, as we do, but like, that's really the first thing I did. And I was like, wow, it's like, this place is really impressive. And there's places all over the country, and they've integrated, both recruiting for folks who need access to jobs to delivering healthcare and dental care for people who don't have access to dental care. And I'm like, oh my goodness, there's also this like social mission. And also they're totally proven out, and we're just one of like a dozen plus locations. And I felt really good about it. And then my last concern was they never really would show up, because we've been down that road before in New Mexico with a lot of folks who make a lot of promises and don't deliver. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of the city of Albuquerque and frankly the state of New Mexico for just delivering on what you do everywhere else in the country. Never giving up. You never strayed. You never waffled. You never were like, oh, we may not come here. You made the decision, and we were there to help make it happen. And now it is awesome to see all these turquoise, we're going to say in New Mexico, not blue shirts, turquoise shirts. So round of applause for Touro team. Thank you so much. Now, I think there have been lots of speeches, so I don't want to go too much longer, but I do want to talk about how important this is for our community. Before I do that, I have to tell you a quick story. Once upon a time, I got to meet the President of the United States. This was the last president. And he flew in on a special plane, and I got to go out on the runway. And I was like, what am I going to talk about with President Joe Biden? And I have no idea. And so he walks off the plane down those stairs. You've all seen this, and they wave. And I'm like, hi, Mr. President. And he's like, nice teal scarf. Complimented my scarf. I said, you have a nice teal scarf. And I looked at him. It's been my only conversation with the President of the United States. And I said, Mr. President, we call it turquoise here. And he looked at me like, what? Like, you're correcting me? I complimented you on your scarf. And he just moved on, and he talked to the First Lady for the rest of the time. So that's why I used the word turquoise. So anyway, but look, back to our community here. There's a reason why we have always wanted a dental school, and it's fairly obvious to many folks. But I just want to reiterate, access to dental care obviously is correlated to all sorts of other health and nutrition issues. And we've known that for a long time, but we have suffered from a massive deficit for now decades. And you will see as you practice on patients, you're going to be like, these folks have lived here for 20 years and they've never had dental care. This has been one of these like underlying slivers of root causes of health issues and related to poverty, of course, that New Mexico has suffered with also right here in the International District. So I just want to close with emphasizing how important it is to have this facility literally right here. And for those of you who don't know a lot about the city of Albuquerque, we're a very diverse place in aggregate, meaning we've always been a minority majority city. That kind of is a weird term for us because like we've always been, of color by the majority of folks. But it's, we don't have a lot of other minority populations except in this community. This community is where we do have an Asian population. It was the birthplace for the most part of our African-American population. And so for us, that's why we call it the International District, because it's been a relocation zone for the US State Department now for almost half a century. And so we are often the first stop for immigrants and refugees from all across the world. And we have been for decades. That's literally what the neighborhood is all around you. And that's why it's called the International District. Now, they come with their own stories, often, which includes a lack of dental care. So you are also in the right place in the state of New Mexico. You could not have picked a better place in terms of need and delivering to those who need it most. So thank you so much for also honoring that need in our city. You got it all right. And so we're here to continue to help. And I'm grateful on behalf of the city for Touro, and congratulations on finishing the job. Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor Keller. And on behalf of the students, we look forward to seeing you in the dental chair one of these days. I'd now like to introduce somebody who the president referenced because it takes a lot of partners to get here. And one of them has been Dr. Tom Scripsema, who is the executive director of the New Mexico Dental Association. You've been a friend since the beginning. You were here at the groundbreaking, and we are really grateful that you are here with us today at the ribbon cutting.
Thank you. As I was walking up, trying to get my badge out at the table, they couldn't find it, and they said, "Oh, yours is inside up at the front. You're with the other dignitaries." And I thought, I'm no dignitary at all. My job is basically the complaint department of New Mexico Dental. So, but I guess I wanted to emphasize that we do that for the dentists, we do that for their teams, we do that for their patients, and now we're happy to be able to do it for you, the faculty, staff, and students of Touro College. So welcome, we're glad you're here. On behalf of the dentists of the New Mexico Dental Association and the communities they represent, I'm happy to welcome Touro and your first group of students. We're excited to have faculty and staff here, and we look forward to sharing resources for our mutual success. We know that as time goes along, you all will be a great source of care for our state's underserved groups and an educational resource for our dentists and their teams. We're also happy that many of our state's dentists are serving as clinical faculty and introducing students to the unique culture of the land of enchantment. This is a great place. I love New Mexico and I love New Mexicans, and I'm glad you're now New Mexicans, so we're happy to have you here. We believe there's many opportunities to partner, and we look forward to exploring those in the months and years ahead. And we hope you're going to find a good home here in Albuquerque and welcome you to the neighborhood. So welcome.
So as people mentioned before, the wonderful students that are here, the future of oral health care in this community is literally in your hands. And you were pioneers when you signed up to enter a College of Dental Medicine. You came for your first 2 years in New York, and maybe some of you were wondering, is this school really going to be built here in Albuquerque? And what am I exactly signing up for? And where am I going to live? And how is everything going to get done? But you stuck with the program. You stuck with your education. You stuck with the belief and the vision. Worked with your deans. Worked with the faculty. And we are really grateful for all of you because you are really making a difference. And to speak on behalf of the students, I'd like to invite the president of the student government for the Albuquerque, New Mexico campus, David Shin.
Good morning. My name is David Shin, and I have the honor of serving as student government president here at Touro College of Dental Medicine, New Mexico. It is a privilege to stand before you today for this historic occasion. For us as students, this new facility represents more than just classrooms and clinics. It represents opportunity to learn, to grow, and to serve. It is here that we will gain the skills, confidence, and compassion to become the next generation of dentists. Every chair, every operatory, and every space in this building reflects an investment in our future and a commitment to the patients we will one day treat. As the inaugural class in New Mexico, we are not only beginning our personal journeys as dental professionals, but also helping to shape the foundation of this campus. We know one day future students will also walk down these same halls, and we are proud to be the class that set the standard. On behalf of the student body, I want to express our gratitude for the vision, the support, and the dedication that made this all possible. We are excited to learn here, to serve our community here, and to leave a legacy that others will continue to build upon. Thank you and congratulations to everyone that made this day a reality.
Thank you, David. What an articulate student spokesperson, really. Thank you. So before we get to the main event, the cutting of the ribbon and the celebration, I just want to acknowledge the presence of Rabbi Chaim Schmuckler, the rabbi of the local Beit Chabad, also a great friend of the university and a personal friend, Mr. Neil Garelick, the president of Excel Security, for making the trip and joining us in the celebration. I also want to thank Del Esparza and John Karkin and Cheyenne and Sophia, who have done an incredible job and really have been an extension of our communications team, and J.D. Bullington, who is our government relations representative, who has been there every step of the way. And we've got a great A-team here in Albuquerque working to support our efforts. Also, Carlos Montoya and his team, who have set up and made this facility sparkle for this momentous historic occasion. So, ladies and gentlemen, guests, you can make appointments in our clinic. In fact, you can actually make an appointment today to be seen today. We have expert student dentists waiting, and an appointment can be made at our registration desk in the back. We also have student volunteers ready, willing, able, and excited to give you a tour of this fantastic facility. And so we invite you to, after the collation and reception, which will be right after the ribbon cutting, to avail yourself of those tours. And you can register for those tours, I believe, also at the registration desk. Student volunteers, you want to start getting ready because we're going to set up for the ribbon cutting. So I just want everybody to look at John. John, can you raise your hand? Yeah, James. Okay. Right above James is the camera that is streaming this ceremony live to our campus in New York as well as around the world. And I'm getting messages from people saying, wow, great, wonderful. So that camera is going to tilt ever so lightly to that corner of the room where the students are setting up our ribbon for the ribbon cutting. We're going to ask the stage party, Jeff Rosengarten, members of our board of advisors to please join us behind the ribbon for the ribbon cutting. Somebody should go get the scissors at this point. Okay, great. But I'm going to ask the people sitting right over here to my left to sort of make room for the camera to get a shot of the ribbon cutting. One last announcement, please. This is probably a first, Mr. Mayor. If you take a look at what I'm holding, it's called a mezuzah. If I could just have your attention for a moment. Touro University is the largest institution of higher learning under Jewish auspices. And traditionally, on our homes and our places of business, we affix these scrolls to our doorposts as we enter and leave the facilities to welcome the divine, the Almighty, to guide us in our work. So immediately after the ribbon cutting, Dr. Kadish, along with the mayor and other dignitaries, will be at the entrance to the clinic area. And he will affix a mezuzah to that door, and that will indeed officially open up our clinical facility. We're open for business. So thank you all for joining us. Enjoy the ribbon cutting, the excitement, the historic moment. Enjoy the collation, the reception in our cafe area. Avail yourself of the tours and of the appointments if you so desire. And great things are happening here in Albuquerque at the Touro College of Dental Medicine. Please join us. So we're gonna do this on a count. All right. Just got to set up the shot. Okay. Dean, why don't you get next to the mayor, please? Joe, David, Nathan, come on in. Can we all?
My life broke.
Okay. So I'm going to need the audience to help participate. We're going to count down from 10. And on the conclusion of the countdown, Dr. Kadish and Mayor Keller, please, why don't you get on, and the dean, get a hold of that scissor. It's a big scissor, sterilized in our sterilization unit. We'll cut the ribbon. So let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Dr. Kadish, Mayor. Dr. Kadish, no bracha. You got a mark right there. Mayor Keller, why don't you stand right over here? Right there. Everybody, let's take the shot. Look, Mayor. That's perfect. Okay. This is definitely a first in the city of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That's true. I've got one in my house, though.
There you go. Fantastic. Congratulations, Mazel Tov. Fantastic. James, I'm sorry I fumbled on the name.
No worries.
Thank you. But
Absolutely.
the thanks were sincere.
Oh, no, of course. Listen, it's Corinthian. Everybody messes it up, so thank you. I appreciate
sorry.
it.
Next time I'll get it right. Okay. Guys, you were great.
Thank you very
You were
much.
fantastic.
job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It was fantastic. Thank you. All right, let's take. You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
You did a good job.
And it's just gonna get better and better. You guys are gonna be so busy down here. You're not gonna know. You're not gonna have a moment to rest.
We love it. We love it.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Thanks for leaving.
What? I think it was nice. Beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, fantastic. You spoke beautifully, as usual. Thank you. Enjoy the party.
Amazing event. Thank you.
Thank you. Giovanni, thanks for making it down here.
Thank you.
So Zaina, get the mazel tov. Send me a bill. All right? I don't like to owe people, especially for Rosh Hashanah. Thank you for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
It was a nice event.
It was very
It was
nice.
very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
JB?
It was great. You know what? Now we got to go on. I'm sorry Nicole Rogers didn't make it. I don't know. Maybe she had something else. Well, just tell her that she was on the program, that we wanted to acknowledge her.
Yes, thank you. Where were you? Over here?
You should call that.